Testing, testing. Testing the mic. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Just checking the levels here before I get to talking. Got to bring that down some a little bit because we have changed some things I'll be talking about. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I am your host, Saltares. Good evening. If you're new to the brand, I'm going to take a minute before I jump into the topics and just talk about a couple things that I want to get across. So I am Salt Aries. I am one half of SR51 Media. The other half is my wonderful wife. I run the day-to-day operations and the majority of things that are gonna be done online. I'm the person that stands ahead of it and makes the day-to-day decisions and responds to tweets and stuff like that. So when you see the streams go live, the majority of the time, let me turn the background down a little more. I know when I had kind of had it in my ear. When you see the stream go live in the future, whether it's a game stream or whether it's just a topic about something, or if it's a discussion forum or if it's a video game thing, it will be me, Salt Aries, that is playing, and it will be me, Salt Aries, that are doing the comments. So one of the first things I wanted to get across was that we are a arts and entertainment brand. I am an entertainer. I am going to be bringing you games, video games, and gaming news and sports news to entertain you. None of this is to be taken in a situation of advice, financial advice, or any sort of, let's say, news itself. The news that I put out is news that someone else, like a IGN or GameSpot or something like that, VG Charts, stuff like that, that puts out information, and we all, as a gaming community, repost it and put our opinions with it. Now, one of the main things that I do is I give you my honest and raw opinion. But the difference is I give you my honest and raw opinion as an owner of all the consoles. Now, I have not, just to update you, I have not jumped into next generation yet. It's not because of I don't want to or I can't. What's going on is, to be honest, if you don't know, they're basically sold out. Okay. And I am the type of person that when I bought my Xbox and I bought my PlayStation and I bought my Nintendo, I went into a store, like I went in and I put down my money and I bought it. I think I had when the Xbox One came out, I was new to I was at work, and my wife called me because she saw I think she had saw something on Facebook about the Xbox One coming out, and they had did the reveal at a E3 that I thought was just going to be about games, and I was hoping that I would be able to get it, but I was able to go home that night and pre-order the Xbox One, and then when the S came out, I was able to just go into the store and just pick it up and things like that. So right now, as it stands, just to address that, I own the Nintendo Switch. Mom Rosaries owns a Nintendo Switch. We own an Xbox, we own a PS4, and we own MacBooks and iPads. So when we talk, okay, when I go to say, hey, this is a good game, or I'm playing this, or this is a good service that the company is coming out with, or this is good that Microsoft did, or this is good that PlayStation did, or this is good that Nintendo did, you have to understand that I'm coming from a person that's an actual consumer of the brand. Like, I have Xbox, all their services. I have PlayStation, all their services. Nintendo, all their services. We're entering a period in the world now where things are changing on how we receive content. And if I had to say anything, right now, consoles are going to become something that's around, but they're going to become an option. That's why I went down the route I went down of coming back to YouTube now to get it across to you. If you were to type in Salt Aries Media, you'll find a channel that belongs to me. What happened was, a long time ago, and this is something I know a lot of people, they talk about, nobody really talks about things they like from Xbox. Let me just explain this. There's going to be times where PlayStation does something that I don't like, Xbox does something that I don't like, Nintendo does something I don't like. Hell, Apple might do something I don't like. But at the same time, it's my responsibility to be honest with you guys. And when I say guys, I mean women, men, aliens, unregistered people, whatever you, goats, whatever you want to basically label yourself as, feel free to be welcome. Okay? I'm just saying guys to cover everybody. Doesn't mean a male or female thing. Okay? So when I'm talking to you guys, when I'm talking to you all, I owe you a responsibility to tell the truth. If you don't like a game or it didn't pan out the right way, you owe the community the truth to tell them that, because, like, all right, prime example, I'll give you one. Cyberpunk, right? I really was hyped for that game, was really looking forward to that game, really wanted to spend the rest of, all time in that game. And to be honest, it didn't live up to the hype. It had a lot of broken issues with it. It had a lot of things that was wrong with it. And speaking on just somebody that knows, I didn't finish the main story, but somebody that is very close to me, did. And one of the things that I was looking forward to was the street cred, where you could just roam the streets, doing what you want to do. Come to find out, there's a level cap of like 50. So when you get to it, it's basically like, what now? If you finish the story and you get to the level cap, that's the end of the game. So it's not that it was a bad game. It's just that I think that, in a way, I hold a responsibility to you guys to tell you the truth. Like, if somebody was to ask me, hey, Cyberpunk's on sale from $60 to $40. Should I pick it up? I hold a responsibility to tell you my experiences in the game and the reality of how it went down. If I tell you, oh no, it's a great game and everything's great with it, just to, show face, then that's screwing you over. Now when you go to basically, get the game and you find all these things wrong with it, you're going to be like, damn, man, Saltares lied to me. Saltares and Rosaries, man, they told me this was a good game. It's messed up. I spent, some people, you have to understand, which is understandable, because we're all in different economic situations. Some people cannot afford to buy multiple games like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't take it lightly what I do. This is my hobby. Let me tell you something. Gaming is an expensive hobby, and you got to have the money for it, But at the same time, some of the things that I notice is sometimes people, can't buy multiple games, like a game every month. They might buy their sports titles like Madden, 2K, baseball, FIFA, hockey, and then get maybe one or two games the whole year, right? So if I tell you to buy Cyberpunk, just using an example, not trying to beat on it, but it's the most recent game that came out with problems, right? If I tell you, go out here and buy Cyberpunk, and you get it, and now it doesn't live up to what you expected, I messed half your year up. Now how do you feel about the brand now? Are you coming back? Are you listening to YouTube videos? Are you liking our stuff on Twitter? No, I don't think that's happening. So keep it in 100. That's part of the reason why I keep it, as honest as I can be. Now, some things I can't talk about, at times, because I might have signed an NDA. To be honest, there are NDAs that I have signed for some games. I'm not going to sit up here and make it all raw, but there are some games that have come out that I have played before they were released to people, and you have to sign NDAs and agreements and stuff, and at a certain time you can't say anything about it. But to be honest, most games that I had signed NDAs to play ended up coming out pretty good, spectacular almost. Even with Cyberpunk, I really feel as though Cyberpunk, what it is now, is still needing to be fixed. But Cyberpunk, like around the time of Christmas, hell yeah, that's the type of game that Xbox might want to think about getting in Game Pass. By the time you get a fixed Cyberpunk in Game Pass to sit next to like a Halo or something, that'd be pretty good. Also, to let you know, I vape. If you're new to the brand and never heard one of our podcasts or heard one of our shows or anything like that, I am a vapor. Shout out to Vape Life. I think it's a great thing that it's an access for people to put down cigarettes. Nothing against anybody that smokes cigarettes. I used to myself, but I switched over to vaping and would recommend it to everybody. But just in case you hear the vape, that is what I'm doing. So let me just grab a vape real fast. So the thing of it is, you know, I hold a responsibility to keep it 100% honest with you. Okay. Some other things that I hold a responsibility to is making sure the community is run well. Okay. As much as I don't want to be the law, I have to be. Okay. I have to make sure that our communities are kept safe in the sense of who's allowed in, what they can say, what we put up with. You know, a lot of people sometimes when they're trying to race for numbers and they're trying to race to outdo the next person, they just accept anything. You know, I have been to some streams and some podcasts sometimes where the comment section is straight toxic. I'm talking about people arguing with people, people writing random disrespectful comments. You know, you got calling people on a panel or a TV show all sorts of names, bitches, and all sorts of stuff. So the thing that you would notice now that's up is the chat is up. Okay, so when I stream, the chat will be up. But what I ask is that you be respectful of the chat. Meaning, if you want to interact with somebody else in the chat, I don't have a problem with that. If you want to ask me something, all I ask is that if you ask me something and say I'm in the middle of a game, right? Say I'm playing Madden and it's like the second quarter. If you ask me a question, it's a good chance that I can't look over and answer it right now. But if it's like, say, halftime or something like that, or when the game's over, I might be able to answer the question. So just, you know, a little bit of patience with the chat would be appreciated. So that way we can all engage with each other. Some other things to put out there, you know, for new people to the brand, because like I was saying, if you go to YouTube under Saltares Media, that was my original channel. Now, like I said, where I was going with this was Xbox made what I feel was a mistake. Okay. I don't know how this happened. I don't really know why it happened, but a long, long time ago, like maybe 5+ years ago, Xbox lost the ability to stream to YouTube. Now, I don't know if it's because Stadia was coming out and they essentially wanted, you know, because they brought out Mixer, you know, because it's confusing because they created Mixer, which I feel was like one of the best streaming platforms. Like it had low latency, like, you know, the chats was like when you type something, the person sees it automatically. You know, it was built from the ground up. People was flocking in. They had Ninja and Snoop and what's the other guy's name? Ninja, Shroud, Snoop. You know, they had some of the biggest guys, right? The reason why I got shut down, I'm not going to sit up here and put dirt on their name by saying that, you know, a bunch of stuff happened and, you know, all that sorts of stuff. I wasn't there. None of us were there. You know, even people that say, oh, I used to work there and this is what happened. Look, I'm going to tell you honestly, I have worked at jobs where a person gets fired and then they say some of the craziest things in the world because they don't work there no more and they never liked the place to begin with. So I'm not going to sit up there and say, and yes, just to let you know, yes, I take water and juice in. I don't eat, so you won't hear me. I don't really like eating while I'm playing a game like that. You know, like separating the two. But you will hear me drinking water and you will hear me vaping, just to put that out there. Sorry if it's a problem for you, and sorry if we lose you as an audience member if that's the case. But I am a human being, and those are things that I want to do. Like, I don't want to be sitting here for 2 hours and like, all right, let me run off to the kitchen to get some water. You know, like, that's not how this is going to go. That's not how our show goes. So what I was saying was, so on Salt Aries Media, what happened was I started a YouTube channel. You know, I just was like, hey, you know, me and the wife was like, hey, you know, we're going to kick this thing off, see what it's about. So on the channel, you would see things like Dragon Age and, excuse me, what's the name of that game? I'm trying to remember. It's been a long time. Not Control, but the game that came out before that. What was the game before that? Quantum Break. There you go. You would see games like Quantum Break and some other titles that I played. Now, what ended up happening was my dumb self, well, not to say dumb, but the way I had it set up was I basically got locked out of the account. Now, when I got locked out of the account, I was going to basically create a new YouTube account, but then what happened was I kind of got caught up in work for a minute, and I couldn't really put out that many videos. So around the time that I got back into it and was like, okay, you know, Xbox is here. Let's do the damn thing, right? Xbox didn't have the option for YouTube anymore. It was like Twitch or nothing, right? And that's where it stands now. Now, the reason why I feel as though that's a mistake is because I feel as though they should have both options. Okay. Now, one thing I can say is YouTube did, when Google Stadia first came out, they did kind of take shots at PlayStation and Xbox. But if you notice, I'm sitting here on a PlayStation that's streaming to YouTube. So either Microsoft in creation of Mixer shut down their agreement with YouTube, or whether YouTube shut down their agreement because they created Mixer. However way this went on here, I lost the ability to stream Xbox to YouTube. So what that means going forward is Xbox belongs to Twitch, because of the fact that, now, to put this in perspective, because I know you would have heard me say earlier, I have a MacBook Pro M1. So why wouldn't I set up the whole stream? Now, here's the thing. I've been looking into that a little bit and some of the things that it requires. And to be honest with you, it's a lot of home things. You see what I'm saying? I am the type of person that's like, I have my PlayStation, I have my Xbox, but, you know, when I go out the door, I'm taking my Switch with me, you know, just to be honest. I know a lot of people, I shouldn't say a lot of people because there's some and then there's others. Some people throw a lot of dirt on the Nintendo name. You know, I'm not about that. These guys are the godfathers of games. There would be no PlayStation or no Xbox without Nintendo. Okay? So you have to pay them their respect. Now, Nintendo at the same time, they could be getting ready to make a mistake, you know, I feel, because if you bring out a Switch and say, oh, the new Switch Pro has Madden, and let's say hypothetically the new Switch Pro, because everybody's like, oh, OLED and 4K, and let's just say hypothetically the new system does like almost 4K, right? And new hardware, and let's just say you can get Madden on it, right? And Call of Duty. Now, if this thing comes out and then it's sold out before Christmas, now you have a situation where all three consoles need to be updated, right? Now you have to choose how you want to do this. Somebody like me, right, that's involved in this right now, I'm looking at this like, don't get me wrong, but it's not that you don't want the systems, but the journey to get them is not something I really want to be a part of. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's different with it's different with something like a Switch, you know, that's like $200, or something that you can play in your hands, or a PS4, you know, something that, you know, you can, or Xbox S or something like that, you can, you know, you don't put out that much as a risk. But when you're talking about somebody saying that the box costs $600, but you're going to charge me $800 just because of the fact that you bought it first, or you bought 6 of them, or this store only has a bundle with a bunch of shit that I'm not going to use, I'm not buying that. You see what I'm saying? It's just not going to happen, because I'm going to regret it. I'm just going to be honest. And I'm going to tell you, I don't put out anybody's information like that, but I have seen at least 3 to, I'm going to keep it honest, you know, not even lie to you. I've seen at least 3 to 10 people since the consoles have come out right on Twitter, I regret my purchase. Because of the fact that, in a way, and it's not to say in a bad way, because if I could get my hands on one today or tomorrow, I'm going to buy it. Like, you know, I'm all about video games. But what I'm saying is, I think some people are not asking themselves what they want. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm already looking at the rest of this year like, okay, hold on, let me just make sure that the audio's still there. Yeah, the audio's still there. So, I'm already thinking about the rest of this year. I heard something where they're talking about Madden 22 is already being worked on. Okay, that should have happened already. Like, prime example, when you go into, just to use an example, because we have it up now, right? I have the stream open. So just to use it as an example, when you come to a team like the Eagles, they're like a 75, right? So me being an Eagles fan, of course I'm ready for this one to be redone into a new year, because 9 times out of 10, the reason why we're rated a 75 is because Carson Wentz, keep in mind, Carson Wentz had the most horriblest season of his career almost on the team, right? We had a bunch of overpriced people that was on the team that had to go. We had a bunch of injury-ridden people, right, at the time. So Madden 22 is probably going to be more of like where it's an even shot. You see what I'm saying? Like, Jalen Hurts is going to get probably an uptick as a receiver. He's probably not going to be a 72. He'll probably be a little bit better. You know, maybe I don't know if he'll be a star. He'll be normal. I don't know what he's going to be, right? But it'll be, and that right there has me interested to see what my Eagles are going to look like in 22, right? Now, The difference is, from what I'm hearing, okay, there was a rumor, and I put out earlier, there was a rumor that Madden is coming to the Switch this year. Now, if Madden comes to the Switch, that would mean that Madden is on Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation. I'm going to own them on all three. Now, how I'm going to own them on all three, how I'm going to go about it is, Xbox has EA access. And I'm just telling you this as a hint. That's another thing I'm getting into too, is tutorial videos. This is for my Madden players. If you own a Nintendo, an Xbox, and a PlayStation, this is something you might want to think about. So if you buy Madden on the Switch, you're probably looking at $60. That's worth it, because you have a full-blown Madden franchise in the palm of your hand, in your back pocket, or wherever you take your Switch every daggone day. That is, anybody that's a Madden player is gonna fall in love with that. I know myself, I fall in love with that because of the fact that you can have your whole franchise with you on the go on your Switch. Okay, I think it would sell more Switches, to be honest, because there's so many people that don't buy the Switch because they can't get Call of Duty, and they can't get Madden, and they can't get 2K and all these other games. Sports games and 2K are probably the most. Sports games, 2K, PUBG, and Fortnite are probably, and Apex, and this new Outriders thing. Games like that are the games where people play almost every day. Okay, or at least every other day. Other games that come out that are massively big and stuff, you play it for a while, then you let it go. Okay, so Switch, in doing this, could make a mistake here in the future by saying, okay, we're going to release all these games on our new Switch, because now what you did, you created a gap. You'll have the original Switch with all the, I don't know how many of these things that sold, like 100 million, something like that. So I'm just guessing, right? Let's say 50 million, right? You have 50 million people playing the Switch. You bring out a new Switch that has Madden, Call of Duty, and all these other games. Of course it's going to get commercials. Now, what is the person at home supposed to think when they go to the Christmas tree this year, right? Do I buy Nintendo? Do I buy Xbox? Do I buy PlayStation? See, right now, Nintendo is kind of in a gray space, right? They're not to say they're not competing, they are winning. I feel as though Nintendo is banging it out with the mobile market, right? But when it comes to the decisions they're making, as long as that pro is not true or something, I think it's a smart decision. Make Madden, even though it may run at a lower spec and all that sorts of thing, put Madden on the Switch. I'm on it. Now, as far as Xbox, like I said, I have the services from Xbox. EA Access gives you Madden, EA Access gives you Madden like 3 months after it comes out. If I have Madden on my Switch and I have EA Access on my Xbox, I'll probably be buying it on PlayStation. Reason being, brings us back to the YouTube situation again. Twitch is a great place, don't get me wrong. Twitch is a great place also, but Twitch does not have recording options. So when I play the game, and like just now, there was a video I came across on YouTube when I was setting this video up. Eagles versus the Chiefs for the Super Bowl, right? So Eagles versus the Chiefs for the new Super Bowl, for the Super Bowl, and all the games that led up to it are erased because of the fact that Twitch only keeps recordings for 60 days, right? So now, when I look back on it, I have that game, but I don't have all other games that led up to it. You see what I'm saying? And I don't have the live stream ability to put my podcast, I shouldn't say mine, but ours, put our podcast in the same space as where our video games are. See, now you don't have to go to a separate source. You don't have to go to, just to let you know if you didn't know, the podcast will no longer be available on SoundCloud, because to me, there's too many places that has to be updated. Okay, when I bring out a show, it's going to be updated on YouTube, and then at the same time, it's going to be updated on the website. These are going to be the two places where long streams, podcasts, news of the day, sports news, game news, all that sorts of stuff is going to take place on YouTube, and then it's going to be posted onto the website. Simpler process. Okay, as far as, like I said, as far as some other things to introduce us, how we do things, the majority of the time, I like to keep a little variety, meaning even though I love Madden itself, I will jump into other games, and play other games. So it's not always just only Madden, but at the same time, some games stand out more than others. Like, I really love the scenarios in Madden, so I would say it's a good 60-70% of the channel, a little bit. But at the same time, I'm just getting into PlayStation, and I do have some games that I want to get into, but I don't know if you can stream them because I am new to some of the things with PlayStation and streaming from PlayStation. So like, all right, prime example with Madden. This is a game that I downloaded and I have installed on the PlayStation, right? So there isn't a problem with me streaming this out to YouTube. But what I would wonder is take something like the first God of War. Since I have to get that from, I think, PS Now and it's streaming, can I stream that out to YouTube? I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. So those are, I have some eye on some PlayStation games. Just if I could say anything, the hooves will be a clicking, you know. At the same time, some games I could tell you I'm interested in, just to put it out there. I'm interested in completing the God of Wars, the new one and the old ones. Horizon Zero Dawn, I wanted to check out to kind of see what that was about. Infamous Second Son, I heard some good things about Infamous and Infamous Second Son. Yeah, those are Spider-Man Miles Morales. I wouldn't mind possibly checking out. I don't know. Might be something to look into. Yeah, those are the games that kind of had me like amped up to buy the system, and I was like, hey, God of War. To be honest with you, if I had to call it, I think God of War is releasing on a PS4, or I could be wrong, but I don't think, and this goes for Xbox and PlayStation, I don't really think that they're ready to go into next generation. I think that they planned next generation for 2020, but they didn't know, like all of us didn't know, that it was going to be a pandemic. So when the pandemic happened, they kind of had to move the scale back a bit. Like, I feel like Halo being delayed to this year, Halo comes out, right? And of course Warzone's going to be amazing, and it's going to be this amazing game and everything like that, right? But at the same time, with everything they do, like, okay, Halo comes out and it's accessible on Xbox Series X, S, and then the lower ranked consoles, right? The S's and the the ones I have and things like that, right? Then you have the PlayStation, right? Who, from what I can tell, is supposed to be bringing God of War, which is gonna be, hell of a title, hell of a thing to beat this year, and that'll be coming later as well. So on the channel, when I go live on Twitch, you'll know, okay, this is the Xbox, he's live from Xbox, so this is gonna be an Xbox game, or at least some game that he has on Xbox. If the PlayStation goes live, if the YouTube pops, then that means, hey, he's streaming from YouTube. Then I don't know what to expect yet. With us, you should really read the title, because I don't try to write deceiving titles. Like, I don't write those things that's like lies. Essentially clickbait. I don't write those type of titles. Like, I wrote today, evening gaming and chat with Saltares, because that's what it is. We're chatting it up. I'm about to game it up in a minute, get down with it and everything like that. I think we've covered a good amount of stuff. I don't want to make it too long. As far as the sports, because we are playing football, so to just take a minute there on sports. Just to inform you, my favorite team is the Philadelphia Eagles. I was born and bred in excuse me. I'm sitting up here. I was born and bred in Philadelphia. Recently moved to Washington, great state of Washington. Love it here. When I married my lovely wife. At the same time, Philadelphia Eagles right now are kind of in a messed up situation. And let me say this: I don't believe the bullshit that people say about the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay, some of the things that I don't believe, just to say, are like, take the Carson Wentz thing, for instance, right? Carson Wentz, to me, left. Okay, I'm calling it the way I see it. This man had an opinion to stay with you. You cannot want me to believe that after this season that went off, Howie Roseman sat down with the general manager and with Jeffrey Lurie, and was like, we need to trade Wentz. And he's like, you know what? You're right. You got a good point. We need to get Wentz up out of here. Like, nah, that's not how this went. Y'all need to read between the lines. What happened here was Jalen Hurts got drafted, and the second Jalen Hurts got drafted, Carson Wentz wasn't on the field. Because if you look at it, before we drafted Jalen Hurts, outside of injury, Carson Wentz was always doing his job. At bare minimum, he was always doing his job. He would miss some interceptions, and he'd throw a couple interceptions that had you screaming at the TV and stuff like that. But in all, he was pretty much doing his job. It was a team effort that needed to, we needed a couple more pieces. But after we drafted Jalen Hurts, okay, if you notice, he fell off. It seems like his mind wasn't there anymore. Okay, no disrespect to this man. And let me tell you something. I'm going to be talking about football. I'm going to be talking about basketball. I'm going to be talking about baseball. And let me say this now. I respect all athletes and their skill set for what they did. They trained their whole life to get to a league that I am not a part of. But let me tell you this. Fans are just as much a part of this organization as the players. Because I'm going to tell you something. If the fans don't buy the jerseys and they don't buy the tickets and they don't talk about the team gets moved and nobody cares about it. Okay? Look back. So we all have a place in this. It's just you have to be respectful. And the thing of it is, being respectful of the players, I'm not going to come down on you and say, oh, you're a garbage person. But I am going to say that at the same time, you abandoned us. Okay, that's the real truth of it. You abandoned us. And it isn't a race thing. I saw something stupid online where somebody said something about, well, Philadelphia, they want a black quarterback. Yeah, you ever heard of Jaworski? You idiots. The Jaws. You never heard of Jaws? Please. That's how you could tell people that don't know their history with football like that, just talking out their ass. Jaws was running the Eagles for years, long before Randall got in there. And I was a kid and knew that. I grew up watching highlights of Jaworski. Crazy? So shout out to Jaworski too. At the same time, I feel as though he abandoned us because when you look at it, okay, first of all, if I had to be honest, no, Doug Peterson shouldn't have been fired. Just telling you the truth. I don't have nothing against our new coach. I think he's a very good coach. He's energetic. He's young. I think there's a lot of things that could have happened, but this is the thing. If Carson Wentz was going to be traded, Doug Peterson shouldn't have been fired. Just telling you the truth. Because Doug Peterson had already proved that he could win a Super Bowl. So at bare minimum, let's say you kept him around for the next 3 or 4 years, he's already proven he could win a Super Bowl. Like, just let him try again, But you got to understand that behind the scenes, Carson Wentz put out there he don't get along with Doug Peterson. I remember the reports. I would get up. It would be, oh, Carson Wentz doesn't get along with Doug Peterson. Doug Peterson has lost the locker room. Oh, Doug needs to go. Doug needs to go. Everybody screaming, Doug needs to go. I'm sitting up here like, what? Are you stupid? Like this dude done got us a belt. Okay, Doug's gone. Cool. Next thing you know, Carson Wentz says nothing for like 4 months. Tell me how, I think, if I remember correctly, I think it was Tariq Cohen. We were supposed to get a trade. There was a trade that was going to happen with trading Carson Wentz to the Bears for like a couple first round picks and Tariq Cohen. And Tariq Cohen, if I'm not mistaken, went on Twitter or Instagram or wherever he went on social media, like hours after he read that report, he called the general manager and the head coach and the owner, I think, talked to all of them dudes and then put a tweet out to the Chicago Bears fan base like, yeah, I just got off the phone with the GM and the coach. Don't worry about it, Bears Nation. We linked up forever. People will just say anything. Now, how do you want me to believe that this halfback on his offseason sees his name mentioned as a trade, and the first thing he does is gets the general manager, the coach, and the owner on the phone to clarify the fact that he's not being traded? But Carson Wentz doesn't say nothing for 4 months leading up to him being traded. Come on, bruh. You wanted to go. You see what I'm saying? This was one of those things where you wanted out. Like you said, it's a fresh start and all this new stuff. So, okay, this is where I have to defend Howie Roseman because Howie's in a bad situation. He basically got told randomly the team fell apart. He put Doug in a position. He won a Super Bowl, but then Doug seems like he pissed off Carson Wentz, and at the same time pissed off Jalen Hurts by pulling him in the end of the season. So he kind of lost the locker room. Okay, he's gone. Now you're talking about Carson Wentz is going to be gone. The only reason why I don't have a situational problem with that is because of the fact that he went off and got us a first round pick. Like, look close. You can say what you want. Carson Wentz we got a first round pick for Carson Wentz. If he plays well this year, it's a first round pick. And let's be honest, he's probably going to play well just because it's a new team. I mean, he's not like the only way Carson Wentz does not play 70% of the snaps and we get our first round pick is he gets hurt. And it's a possibility. He does have an injury prone career, but at the same time, 9 times out of 10, he's probably about to throw 70% of those passes and get us a first round pick. Now, how is that not a good deal? How is that not smart thinking? Keep in mind, we invested 2 first round picks to get the nigga. And just let me say this too. When I say occasionally that will happen, the word nigga, that is not directed in a derogatory term. That is directed as in growing up in an urban setting and using it that way. And sorry if it offends you at the same time. But when you go off in a situation like that as a fan, I'm paying attention to this like, yo, this boy got to go. You see what I'm saying? Because he don't want to be here. I don't want to hear all this stuff like, and I'm going to tell you, I remember how it went down. He uploaded a video where he was congratulating Rodney McLeod for winning an award, and I'm like, you can't say nothing else? Like, you couldn't take 4 minutes to talk to somebody on a TV, or you couldn't go to a talk show in Philly somewhere and tell these people that you wanted to stay? You had enough clout where if that man would have sat down with Jeffrey Lurie and said, I want to be here, build the team around me, fire Howie if it comes down to it, I bet you he would have chose Carson Wentz over Howie Roseman. You see what I'm saying? But one thing I would say defending Howie Roseman is too, Howie Roseman built that team. As much as people don't want to give him credit, you have to understand that Howie Roseman is the man that got you Nick Foles, Carson Wentz, LeGarrette Blount, Alshon Jeffrey, Deshaun Jackson. You see what I'm saying? This is the dude that brought these guys in. This is the type of system. Yeah, there's some pieces missing, Frank Wright and all these other people and things like that. But in a whole sense, he was the one that made the money work. So yes, I have faith in him that he can make the team work again. Especially when we're in a situation now where, to tell you the truth, I feel as though Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback. Not like in the sense of like, I mean, great for his age. He's only 2 years into the NFL. He's showing promise as a scrambler with a very good arm. We've seen people like Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes where if you can scramble, you can extend the play and you can actually turn it into something else. So if I had to say anything, I believe that Jalen Hurts can really lead the team. Same thing even with players that are still here. I hope, Zach Ertz, if you ever hear it, please stay. I don't have nothing against that dude. Hopefully he does stay, but we don't know what's going to happen there. But when you look at just the next 2 years, like the tweet I put out, you have first round picks. You got like 11 picks this year. There's a possibility that we have 3 first round picks next year, is what I'm hearing, or something like that. Like, come on, man. This dude's setting us up in a situation where you draft a bunch of people and 11 new players are coming to the team this offseason. Whole new sets of people. To sit up here and say that the only good talent in the first couple of rounds is stupid. Because if I'm not mistaken, Aaron Rodgers was drafted in the end, Tom Brady was drafted in the end, Russell Wilson was drafted towards the end. It's not always even certain players. DK Metcalf, great player out there for Seattle, he was drafted towards the end of the draft, or at least towards where he didn't think he was going to be drafted. So, there's going to be times where I have to put on my Eagles hat and explain some things, because I hear, like, I had to unsubscribe from people that are already like, well, this ain't gonna be the Eagles year, we ain't gonna win nothing this year. I'm like, how do you call yourself an Eagles content creator and you sit up here talking about we about to lose this year? Like, what kind of stuff is that? We even had the draft yet. Unsubscribe. I'm not listening to that. You see what I'm saying? Like, because at the same time, like, if you go to Dallas, I bet you if you go to a Dallas page or you go to a Washington page or a New York page, I bet you they all saying they about to win the Super Bowl. Because that's the mentality you have to have. You're supposed to come into it with good spirits, good positive vibes. You're not supposed to come into it like, yeah, it's going to suck. Yeah, we about to lose. Then what? When we win, you claiming that you was right? Come on, man, please. So I just wanted to have a sports moment there with you about my Eagles and things like that. And, because that's what I'm going to be bringing to it too, sports talk and different sorts of things. I feel that, and also don't get me wrong, I haven't, of course I don't like the Cowboys, the Washington Redskins, and the Giants, but that don't mean if you feel as though you want to chop it up about football in the chat, or if you want to ask me a question about football or basketball, well, mainly football because I got to keep more up on basketball, but if you want to ask me a question about, say, football or something relating to that, or that it ties into Madden, don't feel as though you can't. I'm approachable on social media and on the game, so that's some of the things there. Now, getting into what's going to be happening with the game. Now, I want to take you on a tour of some things to show you what's been going on. Now, what I normally play is Make sure I didn't mess up the mic there. Okay. What I normally play is franchise mode. Now, what I have loaded up here is a tutorial. I have two different franchises. I have one franchise with the Philadelphia Eagles, and I have another franchise with the Red Dragons. Now, the Red Dragons are a created team that I brought over from, basically, I took the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I moved them from Jacksonville to San Diego, and I rebuilt the team under the San Diego Red Dragons. Now, I recently noticed that the Philadelphia Eagles are ranked 75 in the Madden rankings. So if I wanted to, I could build the Philadelphia Eagles, like build their team up more instead of the Red Dragons, and don't play as quarterback. But I wanted to look at it to kind of see, and now that I have the mic, to be honest, it makes things a little bit more comfortable. When I didn't have the mic, I couldn't really explain to you guys.
Installing your game plan.
I couldn't really explain to you guys the things I wanted to do, and what we were gonna do, and all this sorts of stuff. Yeah. So, I've already played with the Eagles. See, the thing about the Eagles, let me see something. See something here. What Eagles team are we playing with? Yeah, you see how Carson Wentz is a 72 and Jalen Hurts is a 71, right? If I'm not mistaken, Carson Wentz is not even they still might have him as a star. Yeah, they have him as a star. They just put, and here's the wild part about it, right? Madden slick, boy. They just put that star back because I remember him being, I think, either a normal or lower than this. So they're basically saying there's only 1 point between him and Jalen Hurts. Got Miles Sanders. Okay, a wide receiver, you still got Deshaun Jackson, Alshon Jeffrey, Goodwin. So all three of these guys would have to be traded or traded away. Yeah, you have there's good people in here that's kind of gotten better, like, Jordan Mailata, and, it's my team right here. So it kind of has me like, while I was playing with the Red Dragons, I'm like, damn, I wonder if I should go over here and just rebuild my Eagles, because you know how, like, it's the off season and you be kind of missing football a bit. It's like, man, I wonder if I should come over here and build this up, or because the team is, because a lot of people's gone, like Jalen Mills, he's not there anymore. Who else? Jalen Mills isn't there anymore. We kept all of those from cornerbacks. I think Nathan Gary is gone. Duke Riley, I know, is gone because I saw him sign somewhere else. Malik Jackson is gone. Yeah, so it's some real trade. Vinny Curry is gone. He's not there anymore. So yeah, you really could just rebuild the team from the ground up and work that way, and then it just be the Philadelphia Eagles wrecking them dudes. So it's something I'm thinking about. And that's why I started the franchise with the Eagles. Now, just to show you the other one that I had started up too, so, just in case you're watching the video back and you're like, oh, what happened? There's this one.
Your game plan.
So there's the San Diego Red Dragons, where we're 1-0. We won our first game, the first preseason game last week. We have $139 million as a team. I have some pretty good people on the team. J.J. Watt, Malik Jackson, David Castro, Kyle Juszczyk, J.C. Jackson, Philip Lindsay. I went out and got some people. Excuse me. I went out and got some people to play at key positions. Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz made a hell of a pass. Antonio Brown. A lot of people, a lot of key people that you wouldn't have seen playing before, because it just was fun. So I don't necessarily think that I'm going to, I don't know if I'm going to, start. I'm trying to decide which one to start, or, which one to play. I think I'm going to stick with the Red Dragons one, just because of the fact that, like, here's the thing. Even though, like, the Eagles are in the situation they're in, I know I could rebuild them, right? But, it's the quarterback position and committing to certain people. Like when I'm playing with the Red Dragons, I have full freedom. Like I can put anybody anywhere. If I don't like you, I can trade
Start
you
your
and
week
so
by
on and so
installing
forth.
your
So
game plan.
I think I might continue with the Red Dragons and just leave the Eagles one the way it is. Okay, so we're in week 2. Won our first preseason game. Now I just made a trade for J.J. Watt. I'm pretty sure J.J. Watt's gonna want his 50 Ooga Munga, contract. 50 million or so. I think it was like $50 million that he wanted. So what I did at one point, I got lucky. I don't know how I did this, but I traded for Fletcher Cox, and I got him. I got Fletcher Cox from the Eagles, and I was like, let me see if I can work that trade again. They don't want that fullback. They want a left guard. Who do I have a left guard? Michael Onua. No, I just got Michael. He's a pretty good player too. I think I got him from a trade too. No, he's like, what's he ranked as? He's ranked as a number 8th left guard in the league. You are not getting him. I don't care how good Fletcher Cox is. That's not happening. We got some wide receivers, but they might not want none of them. Depending on, nope. What do we have on draft picks? Ooh, used a lot of them. A first round pick probably would lift them 9 times out of 10. But like I said, I don't want to commit too much to the Eagles to like take players, even though they're my favorite like team and stuff like that. I don't want to lift too many players to come to the Dragons because then it's basically not the Dragons anymore. Certain things like Fletcher Cox is like the best player on the team. So it'll probably be hard as ever to get them to trade him. Certain positions just you gotta look at who they have and think, are they really about to trade this person? Like now Lane Johnson, I can see maybe possibly being able to lift the Lane Johnson because he's a lineman and he's been there for a while. So let's see. Well, not for him, you ain't. They didn't even seem like they had interest in. I couldn't find nobody on the team that they had interest in too. They need a left tackle, huh? Hmm. I'm trying to find somebody that I would be comfortable trading. Like I don't want to trade somebody random that I might want to keep. Oh, you got interest in Lindsey, huh? Well, it wouldn't be Lane Johnson. Let me try this Fletcher Cox deal again and see if for Lindsey would you give up Fletcher Cox? See how far we are. No interest, huh? How about Philip Lindsey for Lane Johnson? Who's playing right? Let me see what my line look like first before I take this dude. Okay, so left tackle is Castillo. Left guard is Andrew Norwell. Right guard is Castrio. And then right tackle is probably the guy that's playing behind, what's his name? So we have a starting line. So we don't necessarily need Lindsey. Well, I mean, it would be good to have another like a Pro Bowl lineman there, because then it would make it even better. Yeah, I take Lane for him. Yep. They can have Philip Lindsay. It's cool. Look at that offense, though. Yeah. Look at that offense, though. That offense is up to an 87. Yeah. 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 I may not have Philip Lindsay, but yeah, there's probably some rookies, we could pick up. Yeah. Look at that line, though. That line is ridiculous. I got Lane Johnson. Lane Johnson playing right tackle. Lane Johnson might, if I'm not mistaken, Lane Johnson might actually be like the number 1 right tackle in the NFL. I could be wrong here. Let me check. Because the offense is literally at an 87. You're almost damn near a 90 offense. Let me look this up. View player card. Lane Johnson is, he's a number 4 ranked outside linebacker in the league. So you now have, a superstar on the line and stuff like that. Like, it's one of those things where, the line, I feel as though the line also is one of those places where the line really, because the Eagles, let's see who they got at running back too, because they took Lindsey, so Philip Lindsay's their best. I wonder if they'll send us Miles Sanders. Yo, if they send us Miles Sanders, bro, these dudes is on some other shit. Yo, they better. Let me see if I get Miles Sanders for like a 4th round pick. Let me see something. Oh no, they ain't going anywhere. What are y'all looking for? Fullback, huh? I mean, I got a fullback. Y'all just don't want the fullback that I'm offering and shit. See, they don't even want him. I got some wide receivers, but they don't have interests. Right tackle. I got all these niggas. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's see. Nick Foles. Nick Foles for Miles Sanders? Wow, they really about to hand over Miles Sanders like that. Let's see how far I am from Lindsey, see if they give him back. See, now that you sent them Philip Lindsay, Miles Sanders isn't gonna look as attractive to them. So it's like you can take advantage of a trade deal in a bit. I like having Nick Foles backing him up though. Nah, that's cool. Who else do you guys have that maybe we can work something out for? Tight ends, left tackles. Man, they just gave up Lane ball. I cannot believe that. I mean, a 1st round pick for Fletcher Cox, so that way Fletcher Cox is playing next to J.J. Watt. I could see that. And we'll just get another 1st round pick. Oh, we're close. Oh, yeah, we could do this. Throw that 4th round pick in there. Let me get Fletcher Cox, bro. Oh, shit, I'll throw another pick in there. Yeah. You about to hand him over. Yeah. I can always get another 1st round pick. Oh, still declined? 1st round pick and a 4th round pick, I'm still declined. Come on, man. How about this? We'll send Nick Foles back to the Eagles. I keep my 4th round pick, and that's how we do it. Trade accepted. Dude, are you serious right now? Bruh, it just took our defense up 3 more points. Yo, that is wild. Look at how I'm gonna set this up. They are not going to be able to, people are not understanding. You will not be able to stop this line. So on left end, it's going to be Josh Allen. On right end, it's going to be J.J. Watt. At defensive tackle, it's going to be Fletcher Cox and Matthew Ioannidis. And then this rookie defensive tackle comes in 3rd. So you got to stop Ioannidis and Fletcher Cox in the middle. And you got to stop J.J. Watt on the right. And you got to stop Josh Allen on the left. And keep in mind, behind him is Miles Jack and KJ Wright. And then up top in the cornerback is J.C. Jackson, Sidney Jones, C.J. Henderson. Free safeties, we got You got Malcolm Jenkins, Tony Jefferson, and our new rookie Rivers. So yeah, that's one of the things I did on Xbox because I knew the Eagles would hand him over. I'm just like, okay, how do you get them to hand him over, and what do you give him? Like, all right, now that I've basically traded away a first round pick, that's where you come in here to get a first round pick for this year back. So you assess your talent. Let's see who you have that you may not have a use for on the team. Antonio Brown, he's doing his thing. T.Y. Hilton, these guys. AJ Green brings in jerseys, but he's costing me way too much money. So let's see if he has any value. Doesn't seem like it. Well, it's cool. We'll hold on to him because we're still assessing, because the team has to get down to 72. So we're already at, a good amount. Okay, so, I need to check free agents. So, no. I know what I wanted to check. I wanted to check the trade center because I just gave up a good halfback. So let's see Kareem Hunt. Now, what did y'all want for Kareem Hunt again? Middle linebacker, left outside linebacker. Danny Trevathan. No interest. How good is this guy? Star Joe Schubert. Let me see something. Oh, he got like a 4-year contract. Y'all ain't getting him. Not for no 1 year. Left end, huh? Y'all can have D Ford. I'm paying him like $16 million. No? Hey, look, if y'all don't want to take him, if y'all don't want to take people, bro, I'm not going to be sitting up here forcing y'all to take my players and stuff. I'm about to say you can keep them in a minute. Or look around because I don't have that many people to be giving them. They're looking for a center. I don't have a center that you would want. Got a lineman you might like. Don't like him. They looking to cash out on Hunt. So let's see what other. Latavius Murray, Nyheim Hines, Zach Moss, Tony Pollard. Let me see. Oh, wait. Latavius Murray. And he been in the league 8 years. How long Kareem Hunt been in the league? 4 years. He's a power back now, too. He's no longer elusive. Let's see something. I'd be willing to let go of Anthony. Y'all don't want to take him. They're looking for left ends, right ends. Left ends. You ain't getting Allen. You don't want Ford, so it's nothing I can do there. Let's see. Didn't I just re-sign Sidney Jones? Yeah, I just re-signed him to like a $5 million deal, so can't get rid of him. Tony Jefferson? Is Tony Jefferson under contract with me? Nah, he got a 3-year deal. I didn't put him under a real big contract. All right, so there's some interest. What about Malcolm Jenkins? Got the ghost coach over there. Let's see something here. Okay, so Kareem Hunt for Tony Jefferson and Malik Jack. Excuse me, Malcolm Jenkins. Okay, we just 1 second. Okay, so they want Tony Jefferson. Okay, what about Rivers? Would they want Rivers? I bet they do. um, um, fourth round pick. Damn, they sound like they're trying to cash out. Let me look and see some other halfbacks. Latavius Murray, how does he play? In the league, 8 years, elusive back. I don't know. I'm kind of liking this power thing. Receiving back. No, 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 no. Hunt on his way to a night. Wait, but does Hunt have like 1 year left on his contract? Oh, he has 2. Oh, okay. That's why they're a little hesitant on wanting to trade him. He has 2 years left on his deal. Won't even have picks for the next 2 years, so can't use them. James Robinson. He's about 1 point below James Robinson, so yeah. They looking to cash out with him, so we'll come back to them when it comes down to like shortening the season or something. Because I feel like they're trying to cash out at I feel like they're trying to cash out with what's his name? With Kareem Hunt. Because they're not. Who's this? Malik Reed. Hold on now. 76 speed rusher. Good stats. What's the contract look like? 1 year, huh? I might be able to do something. What y'all looking for him? Right guard. No, y'all can't have him. I don't want to trade D Ford. After I got him, I don't want to let him go. How about him? Man, it's got a right outside linebacker. That's cool. The right end ball we had was nice and everything, but we need linebackers. Okay, bunch of cornerbacks, free safeties. Joel Blockman. Let me see. The Colts getting rid of everybody, boy. The Colts in trade now mode. They like, yeah, we trying to win now. Picking up Carson Wentz. We doing everything. What was that? Free safety? Okay, Juan Blackman. Let me see. Card. Normal. Zone. Number 20 ranked free safety in the league. Team player. Pretty good ball. I wanted to see, because the Philip Lindsay trade, the Kareem Hunt trade, it seems that basically I'll have to give up a good player to get him. You know, it's like with the Fletcher Cox deal. If I wanted to get the Fletcher Cox deal done, I had to give up a first round pick. They wasn't going to let him go for anything less. So I have to try and find good players. Somebody that they're interested in. The only person they were interested in was Tony Jefferson and my rookie that I'm not going to trade. Um, mm, 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 mm. Mm, yeah, it doesn't look like I have. Uh, doesn't look like I have anybody to take advantage of this trade because I built the team pretty nice, and you know, doesn't look like we have the space that they want. Not the space. Doesn't look like we have the players. See, we're halfway across with Tony Jefferson, but they don't want anything else. Even with a fourth round pick, it's still putting me short. See, it didn't even move it. It's at the. Oh, I moved this some. Let me see something. If I had picks, I could pick them up pretty easily. I mean, I could give somebody off the line, like one person off the line to, but it depends on what lineman they're interested in because I don't want to give up any of my green ones. I think that's what's going to make the difference in the game is going to be that you have a bunch of linemen that can hold the line versus a bunch of dudes that can't do their job. Got a rookie right in. Is Mike under contract? I like Ionitis. He plays very well. But let me see what his contract looking like. Yeah, he gets re-signed next year. When does Fletcher Cox get re-signed? Fletcher Cox get re-signed next year too. So, shit, he younger than Fletcher Cox. I'm trying to find somebody that I would be comfortable with trading because I don't want to weaken the position that we have. I could see trading Sidney Jones just because. Why not? They ain't got no interest in him. Yeah, I bet you they do have interest in C.J. Henderson, and they ain't getting them either. Yeah, so basically, doesn't look like to me that I have what they, I went through the whole team. You just saw me go through the whole. Interested in the punter? What about the other punter? Yeah, doesn't look like I have anything that'll interest them, so they can go ahead and keep on. Oh, let me see something. So they want a middle linebacker, right? I could trade that Joe Schubert ball, and then damn, Nick Chubb is a 99 X Factor. Damn, no wonder they trading Kareem Hunt like that. Yeah, I don't feel comfortable trading my middle linebacker to them, but I'm just trying to see, is there anybody that I would be comfortable, because I don't feel comfortable trading Joe. He doesn't even, I don't even know if he's going to start this year, but it's one of those things when you look at where he is. Joe Schubert is the number 25 ranked middle linebacker in the league, so he knows what he's doing. He's not just some random ball. I don't want to just be trading him away, and now I got a hole at middle linebacker. And yeah, they wasn't interested in anybody else. interested in Tony Jefferson, but then they're not getting my rookie, so that ain't happening. So then they're not getting me at quarterback. That's not happening. So yeah, I think I might have to just accept the fact. What about him? Oh, they're interested in him. So he's a wide receiver. He came up last year. He's a star wide receiver, deep threat. I don't really utilize him as much, but let's say him and Tony Jefferson. I gotta come back. Glitched out. Gotta come back. Gotta come back. Gotta come back. All right. So let's say Tony Jefferson and damn, I can't remember who it was now. Oh, that linebacker. So let's say Tony Jefferson and this young wide receiver. What's his contract look like before I trade him away? Because he's a star. Do I have him under contract for like a long time? I have him under contract for like 3 more years. That's cool. 1 more year more than Hunt. I'd still have to trade him back, and he probably gonna want hella money. How far are we now? What if I put the 4th round pick with it? Still got declined. See, it's nothing I could do. That's like the best offer that I could put together to try to get that done right there, and they still want more. So yeah, I'm not gonna be, I'm losing a wide receiver, a strong safety, a pick off of Kareem Hunt. It's like, no, he's not even gonna be the starter. So no, I'd rather just go to look around the rest of the trade center, see who's available, who's on the trading block. Because Philip Lindsay, the thing with Philip Lindsay is, he's a good player. Marcus Mariota's out there. Mariota, the problem with Mariota, he don't understand is he wants too much fucking money. Like, Mariota won like $10 million. How long is his contract, too? Mariota's contract is 1 year. All right, so we need a quarterback. That's number one thing. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to work out a trade with the Falcons, because I believe the Falcons will let go of Matty Ice just because they're in a trading position. How much years does he have left, too? He's the perfect guy, Matt Ryan, to put behind me just in case something happens. You have like he's like 3-year contract. So let's say Matt Ryan, what are y'all looking for? A left guard? Okay. How about Matt Ryan for Mike Iupata? No? Okay. How about D Ford? 16 million for 16 million. We're not that far off. Let me see what's in free agency too before I even commit to Matt Ryan in a trade and all that. Because this is the time when you take advantage of free agency, you bring in people to see how they work. One second. Okay. So we have some quarterbacks that are available: Phillip Rivers, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Andy Dalton, Tyrod Taylor, Matt Barkley. Phillip Rivers probably would be the best guy to bring in, just because you can get him for free. He's a field general. He has the power. He's a leader. It's one of those things where if something happens to me, I feel good about having him on the team. And then at halfback, we have Todd Gurley, and then I know that Kareem Hunt they want to trade him and everything, but like I said, we're not really in a position to be trading for people. So I have Todd Gurley backing up our running back. I was thinking about maybe bringing Le'Veon Bell in. He's a receiving back, so that means that I'm assuming his elusive and power has kind of fell off. So let's go with I really wanted a power back, but by the time you want to, okay, the best power back gonna be available. It's gonna be Darrell Williams. I think at one point I should have signed. I knew what I should have did was sign Leonard Fournette, but I wasn't paying attention. Let me see if he's still in here. Dante Freeman. Okay. Hey, who was that? Oh, Boston Scott. Oh, man. Boston Scott really, I played with him on the Eagles. Boston Scott really can. Let me go through these running backs because I think it's going to be Boston Scott. Corey Clement. Yeah, I think I'm going to bring Le'Veon Bell in because I've seen Le'Veon play. Let me see what he got. Charismatic on medium balls. Spin move. He's in the top 17 and halfback. So we have Todd Gurley and Le'Veon Bell on the team. It's going to come down to a lot of things if he stays on the team, but I think he might because of the running back room looking nice. Just signed a bunch of wide receivers, tight ends. Jack Doyle. That's the ball from the Colts. He ain't having too good some years with his stats, I noticed. So the blocking is pretty bad, but his catching and his awareness and stuff is good. So we're going to bring him on too. Maybe see about getting him a contract. You never know. See how it plays out. Left tackle, nobody. Guard, nobody. Nothing. No, I have linemen that are better than that. Left ends. Nobody. D tackle. Malik Jackson. He left the Eagles. Power rusher. Yeah, he can ball. He gets hurt sometimes, but he can ball as a backup. He doesn't want that much. Right end. Linebacker. LJ Fort is still out there. Oh, yeah, I remember when I think if I'm not mistaken, he played middle linebacker for the Eagles for a little bit. Dang, LJ Fort still out there, bro. Just filling out some roster spots, and then I'll make the decision, after the games and stuff. if it's gonna be who's gonna make the team and who's not, and then that's gonna be the best time too to see. I'm so happy we got Fletcher. I got Fletcher Cox. Is like my favorite player from the Eagles. One of my favorite players from the Philadelphia Eagles. Shout out to Fletcher Cox if he ever sees this. And the entire Eagles organization. P.J. Williams. Now I haven't heard of him, but I have heard of Clinton Dix. I remember he played with the Packers. See what he is. Okay, so they're both 75s. He's a hybrid though. He's zone, but he's a hybrid. So he can go run support end zone, whereas Clinton Dix, he has run support end zone. He's just more zone, and I play a lot of zone. So pick him up. Strong safeties. Yeah, I feel better about those than those picks versus some of the other ones because like Le'Veon Bell, I know Le'Veon Bell's a tough running back. Like, he ain't no pushover. So we got James Robinson, Ty Gurley, and Le'Veon Bell. So yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I want Hunt, right? But I think to get Hunt, I would probably have to give up Schubert. So let me see. If I was to give up Joe Schubert at middle linebacker, how would it look in the linebacker position? So Miles Jack, I don't know why they have him set up this way, but KJ Wright is either way, right and left is taking care of KJ Wright and Miles Jack. So the middle linebacker position, if it's not Joe Schubert, if it was Danny Trevathan or one of these niggas, it'll be cool. The only problem with that is they're not going to play to the level that he's going to play to. See, he's a 79. He's like 1 point away from being a 90, a 80. That's why I don't want to, I don't want to trade him away. I think that this year we can really get him up there. So, yeah, I just don't feel comfortable trading him like that. And then I did, just coming back to the trade, I did put the trade together for the lineman. But let me see. Now that I have another lineman, what I was saying was I did put the trade together for Tony Jefferson and the wide receiver that they liked, but we get here and they want to be greedy about it, like, it's like, come on, man, y'all being hella greedy right now. So found somebody that they were interested in. Let me see, do I have anybody else to push them over the line? I'm not trading him. Our line is looking tough this year. Almost with D Ford. I think it's because he got 2 years left on his contract too. Like if he didn't have those 2 years, they wouldn't be. Um, Trying to give somebody that I wouldn't. Just need one more person. One more good player to push this deal over the hill. Yeah, they might can keep him. I can't find nobody. Unless we would, the only way to get him is to lose. You basically gotta trade a really good player to get him because I'm out of picks. So, oh well, that's their loss. That's what I'm trying to think. Is there anybody? I'm not letting go of my middle linebacker. Fuck, what do they need though? They need a center. That's their main thing. Who plays center for me? Let me see if I can get Jason Kelsey. If they give me Jason Kelsey, I'll give them the guy I got. Let me see what that trade would look like that though. Let me see something. Trading block. Player. Center. Ryan Linder. They got a yellow on them. So yeah, 9 times out of 10, him, Tony Jefferson, and the other ball would probably. And Tony was picked up in free agency, and a wide receiver was already here. So now the problem would be trying to get Jason Kelsey from the Eagles. That would be a problem. They taking left ends, huh? How about D Ford? I gotta start it again. Jammed it up. Jason Kelsey, straight up Jason Kelsey for D Ford. Damn, they're not interested for it. Left guard. I mean, I could always slide somebody over to play center, but like I said, I don't want to weaken the team for one person. And I feel like that weakens. Like we have a very good team. We got an 87 offense, 84, 87 offense, 84 defense, 85 overall ranked. I think we're a very good team. I don't want to necessarily, as much as I want to pick up Kareem Hunt, I don't want to put myself into a situation where I trade, like, because it's kind of difficult in franchise, but I don't want to trade people away and then regret trading them away later. So let's jump in. Phillip Rivers is not the starter. I'm the starter. Halfbacks: Jason Robinson, Le'Veon Bell. Fullback, wide out, DJ Clark. No, I'm not gonna put Antonio Brown there. I'm gonna put the young ball second because I feel like he earned that, you know. And then Hilton, because he been here a long time, you know. I'm gonna put him up there because I'm about to get trade orders. I'm gonna get trade things for him. Okay, left tackle, left guard. Center. Okay, right guard, De Castro, right tackle. Lane Johnson. Okay, so left tackle is whoever I want. So it's gonna be toss up between these two. Let's see who has the better stuff. Mm. Tell you one thing, he's way faster than him. Agility, he's way more agile too. Change of direction, strength rating, awareness rating. That's where he gets him. So what makes him better is that he has more awareness, but he has the better blocking ability. So we're gonna put him in, and then we'll see what happens. Okay. Left guard. Okay, so we got the line set. And then left end is Josh Allen. Right end is J.J. Watt. D tackle is Fletcher Cox and Ioannidis. Left outside linebacker. Need to change that up. Right outside linebacker is Miles Jack. He's going to be playing. Excuse me. He's going to be playing right outside linebacker. KJ Wright is going to be playing left outside linebacker. Joe Schubert, you keeping your position at middle linebacker, cornerback. Okay, all the dudes are in there. Free safety. It's gonna be dang. Xavier Woods got it crack-a-lacking. His zone is way higher than the other boys. His man coverage is higher too, but his awareness is more. How fast is he though? And he's faster. Yeah, I'm gonna let Xavier Woods start at strong, safe, free safety, just to see if he can keep up better. And then Joey Rivers is gonna play that position. Punter, our guy, third down running back. Third down running back is Robinson, then Gurley, then Bell. power, Robinson, Gurley, Bell. Slot wide receiver. Put AJ Green in the slot. T.Y. Hilton behind him. Rush left end, Josh Allen. Rush right end. Nope. J.J. Watt. Rush defensive tackle. Fletcher Cox and Mike Ioannidis. Sub linebackers: Miles Jack, KJ Wright, Joe Schubert. Slot cornerback. All right, we have the team set. If I'm not mistaken, the team is now set up. Okay, we haven't gotten practice squad people because we haven't gotten around to that yet. But let's see who's player marketing, because we got some new people in here. I was wondering if Fletcher Cox was a popular player. So it's J.J. Watt, me, Patrick Peterson, Todd Gurley, and A.J. Green. Oh man, Patrick Peterson. Okay. Oh wait, is there another list? NFL. Who's in the NFL top 10? Anybody from our team? Anybody? No. Nobody from our team is in the top 10. That's cool. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. Team popularity number 1. Okay, yeah, I feel good about the team so far moving forward. Set up pretty well. Let's jump into the next game here. Versus the Bills. Them Bills then came to town. Let's see what it looked like with the new lineup. Gonna jump over here to run balanced. Multiple defense. Let's get it crack-a-lacking. But yeah, it's been fun streaming. I'm not shutting it off. I just want to say, if you're watching this back, if you're watching the stream backwards, thank you for watching the stream. Thank you for taking the time to view our content. SR51 Media really appreciates you. Salt Aries and Rose Aries really appreciate everyone in the 51 Dynasties. Thank you for viewing the content. Thank you for watching it back. And if you could hit a like and a follow, that would be greatly appreciated. It helps us grow, and it's greatly appreciated all the way around. Thank you. But yeah, you're about to get into it now. Oh, they got Tremaine Edmonds. Tonight.
From San Diego, California.
That's right, from San Diego.
It's week 2 of the NFL preseason.
Let's go get him, y'all.
EA Sports.
Let's get this done.
It's San Diego taking on the Buffalo Bills.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and our home team. Brandon Gaunt and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts. And a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable
I'm talking about. Got us up to the 32.
Count no matter what time of year it is.
Good run.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's
Aries,
best
baby.
friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Charles, we get a look there at the draft class for this offense. What do you make of it?
Well, overall, I like the balance of the guys that they selected because, to me, they got a few guys who can step in and play right away, which is exactly what you want. But they also drafted for the future as well. They got some guys who might need a year or two on the practice squad, so then we'll find out if they can actually play.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp.
DJ Clark, shut that ball. His contract coming up this year. I'm definitely signing him back. We're going to take the hit for that.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And it's caught. Touchdown.
That's right.
Touchdown. DJ Chark there to make the grab. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
He gave a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look up, elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
That's the fun about it, too, like, you know, creating a quarterback, putting myself at quarterback, because franchise mode, I feel, gives you more of a control. Like, face of the franchise, like, you're the quarterback, but, you know, you don't determine what happens with the rest of the team, so you don't control every aspect, where everybody that's on the field for the Red Dragons right now, I put on the field. So if we lose, I put together a losing team, you know.
This taken in about 4 yards deep.
I believe myself. There's nobody that can stop our line. Like, there's no line that's built to stop J.J. Watt, Fletcher Cox, Josh Allen, Ioannidis, the rookie. You know, we'll see though. But I think they're going to have problems in the line.
And he can move it around a little bit too. A much better athlete than people give him credit for.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game.
The tackle. I mean, we should have got him earlier, but
28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line.
Get down. Pick it up. Let's go. Let's go. What did I say? It's going to be hard stopping them boys.
At the 19-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that to come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 3rd down, it's Robinson. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
That's right.
A 5-yard touchdown run. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Our workhorse back.
A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line.
The line solid blocked and made big spaces, pushed them backwards. Look, everybody got to their line. Follow your blocks.
Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there.
Just a word of advice, too, inside the video as a tutorial. If you get down to, like, the end zone and you playing a really good team, just try to run it in. Because the computer is too good nowadays with picking people off. When they capitalize on that, man, the defense, they got us a turnover, you know?
Josh Lambo is set to kick off.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken. By the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining.
All right, we're back.
Here in this first
Hold
quarter.
on, let me test the audio. Make sure that we're still visible. Okay, we're still good. Yeah, you got to capitalize. You got to capitalize on a score like that. You know, them dudes got us the ball back. You got to try to put some points on the board in a situation like that.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it down,
third down,
punch it in on you,
all right,
that's a bad possession.
He backing up now.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be.
This might be a screen.
Otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A pass there over the middle to start things out.
Schubert was on him. Nice tackle. Nice tackle.
He gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long?
Got him.
They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Rivers got thrown off.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side.
complete to John Brown.
Well,
Great tackle, Jackson. Great tackle.
Almost a lost start in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Kept him from getting there first.
On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep, Antonio Brown. He'll field this at the 5. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here's the home side to take over on offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On play action, they'll throw. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. They'll run on first down. It's Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. His throw is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and it'll bring up third down.
Brings up a third
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down. On first down, Robinson. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bills nothing.
The last run got 6. Now second and 4. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And this one into the hands of
Let's
DJ
fight!
Shark.
Double time
And
it!
he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. DJ Shark ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. So simple math here in the first.
Gotta stay in the pocket, man.
3 drives offensively, and they had scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And it is now 21-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
Wagons 21. Bills nothing. Josh Lambo is set to kick off.
And Lambo now.
I'm trying to get our stats up for our team. We playing all games.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
Who's my backup? Oh, did I sign a quarterback? Oh, I didn't go for a quarterback. I think I just got that ball behind me. Oh, no, I got Phillip Rivers. Okay, yeah. I got Rivers. That's right.
5 as he will not attempt to
Yeah,
return.
Rivers can come in after a period of time.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now this one over the middle.
Give me that. Give me that.
And this is picked up by the defense.
I saw his ass in the middle field. Took his head off. Give me that.
At the 30-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say
all
of the time.
Medi.
One starts with one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it.
I need to know who made that hit. I cued in on somebody.
In the meeting rooms, right? You see the sign.
He threw that across the middle. That was that KJ Wright? Miles Jack. Look at that, man. He grabbed that ball. I cued on him. Wasn't even on him. He was just like, as soon as he got it, I was like, man, I'm going to try to put a truck on this ball. Bow! Hand it over.
They talk about it all the time, but still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you got to take care of the rock.
Dang, he didn't get that shoestring tackle.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield.
Nice run, nice run.
It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. From the shotgun, he'll look to the middle, and it's incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. He will take this one in for a touchdown. James Robinson, ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And a route is on here in this first half.
Josh Lambo is set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. For the Buffalo offense, and Devin Singletary heading back out there. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
The ball carrier.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down now, Singletary. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
That's right. Great defense. Xavier Rhodes, great defense.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, but Singletary.
Give me that one too. We ain't playing.
The defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he's gonna
Let's go. We ain't playing out here.
This first half has been a nightmare for that
Taking people's heads off. Off with your whole head. Shout out to JJ the Boss. Off with your whole head.
Taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone. That's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter. Finished with over 300 yards on the night. Later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
He's going to go deep for... He's got
Oh, my God. I cannot.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Somebody get him.
The pressure right. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have
Yeah, that's some bull.
Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. So the shotgun snap to Allen.
Give me that. I'm playing with y'all. You thought it was a game?
This is going the other way.
Took your head off, too. Threw the ball to him again, took his head off again. Off with your whole head.
I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to not.
Who hit him this time? Was it Miles Jack again? I queued in. Who was it? I queued in. Bow. Oh, that was the rookie. Look at the rook putting on. Look at the rook putting the hit on him. Look, because he juked him. He knocked him down last time. He had what do you call it? Stiff armed him to the ground. So look at the rook. Rook hit that. Bow. Hit him on the shoulder, on the head. Knocked him out. He didn't even get up. He was getting up slow and everything. The rookie putting in work.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Oh, we just lost a defensive tackle. That's what I'm talking about. He might have bruised pectoral sternum. He might be out for a while. Gotta have a deep roster, man. Okay, so he's hurt. So let's take him all the way out for D Ford. And let's put the rookie in and let him get some time now that he's hurt. Even though D Ford would be a really tough dude, let's let the rookie get some work in.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
Touchdown! Touchdown, baby! Let's go!
LaVisca Chenault, 40 yards.
That rookie been proving himself. I wanted to see what he had.
Away with this one. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew he had a strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Lambo to add on the extra point.
And for anyone coming into the stream that's wondering, this is not a created player. What we did was we drafted a regular quarterback. I traded up in the draft to draft the quarterback in the top 10. So I drafted him, and all I did was change his appearance and what he looks like, where he came from, what's his name, what's his number, the gear he wears on the field, and that was about it. The video is available on the YouTube channel if you want to check it out.
Josh Lambo is set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. For the Buffalo offense, and Devin Singletary heading back out there. And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it. It's all the other things that you do. Is it in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you? Are you dipping a shoulder to protect the ball as well? And obviously the 4 points of pressure to make sure it's tucked firmly against your body so people can't pop it out.
Now Allen going deep for Diggs.
That's going to be a touchdown.
Caught inside the 35. And he'll take
hey, that was a good pass.
For a Buffalo touchdown.
Stephon Diggs, he just beat him out the play. I should have had a free safety back there. That was my fault.
Down, and the Bills claw one back.
Yeah, you heard it, right? You heard the exhale, and I'm taking that from their bench because finally, right before the half, they find a way to get the ball in the end zone and get some points on the board. Maybe they can use that to kickstart them for the second half.
Yeah, just to get something before going into the lockers. And now in the second half, if they can just tighten.
That's what they want to do, tighten down everything they're doing, and then maybe explode at the right time.
1st down and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Connection made with Chenault. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
That's the end.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Dragons 42, Bills 7.
Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2.
Oh, I missed that
Certainly
one.
Not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They'll run here with Moss. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard.
Good sack, good tackle, good tackle. Who was that?
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Everybody get some play time.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And the Bills' first down.
Going with Moss on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
We took the starters out. Of course they're going to have better success.
To the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead.
This is now me trying to see who's good for the team.
Play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Y'all let them score hella fast.
And the Bills are in for 6. Here's Bass now for the extra point.
Everyone felt like this game was over, but to be able
It is over. This game's over, bro. Like, it's like the 3rd quarter. I'm about to put another score up on him. Phillip Rivers about to come out here and gun him down. The gunslinger. Got the gunslinger running things. What are you talking about? They still down by like, what, 32?
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. We focus our attention now on T.Y. Hilton as he gets ready to head back onto the field. And we roll tape now on his solid performance.
And what we've been seeing so far is a great combination of finesse.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next
Todd
drive.
Gurley.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley.
Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley. Give it to him, Gurley.
Touchdown.
All the way. All the way. Why did I pick him up? That's why. That is why.
As his guys
Yo.
continue to pour it on. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all.
Testing, testing, testing. Testing. Okay, we're back. We're back. Sorry. Had to run and grab something just now.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Yeah, man.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
One play, 74 yards. Oh, I missed the play.
Long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper.
Todd Gurley, man. Todd Gurley. He just solidified his position on this team. I'll tell you that one.
And Lambeau now.
Even Le'Veon Bell too. I'm gonna look at him when it's time for him to come in.
That'll be taken about
I wasn't on a person.
deep.
Damn.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been.
Could have probably stopped him earlier.
To a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
He was covered by C.J. Henderson.
They'll try and run for this with Moss. And he's taken down at the 43.
Oh, we could have had him.
Before picking up the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
9 yards. First down, Bills.
Off the play fake. Here's Fromm. That's complete to Moss out of the back.
Give me that.
Now Moss hit.
I'm not playing. I want that one too.
It's going the other way. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more.
Tony Jefferson, like, you about to trade me?
Now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. That now running right through him. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Takes 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills.
Hey, Todd Gurley about to mess around and get like 100 yards.
Certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And a great move again.
Gurley, man. Oh, you're getting a contract. You're staying with us.
That one a 14-yard play, and it keeps this drive moving.
100 yards rushing.
Makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
T.Y. Hilton, Phillip Rivers, the gunslinger. Told you, the gunslinger.
What a catch for the touchdown.
Double coverage.
One-handed grab in the end zone for the score.
One-handed.
The Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind.
That's why you pick somebody like that up in free agency, man, when you need to pass.
They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays.
56. Bills 14. Josh Lambeau set.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he fires
we'll take that.
Intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
This is too easy. You heard him. This is too easy.
It's a touchdown.
We ain't playing.
This defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game.
C.J. Henderson, like, give me that.
Interception return for another score.
We ain't playing no games.
Lambo on for the extra point.
Even our backups are strong.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll go again here with Moss. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Out of the shotgun, here's Frank, and that is incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes. Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
What you doing, my girl?
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Phillip Rivers now gears up to lead the offense on the field. He's been a good game manager. They're winning here in the third quarter, but really the ground game is where it's been at for them. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
Curly on top of it.
Going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 27 yards there, a first down. On 1st and 10, Rivers. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Rivers with a throw complete to Hilton. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 19. A good pickup there at 22. Working out of the gun, Rivers still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They have the nice feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Charles Harris showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by
Oh, God. That's a touchdown.
He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And this is going to be brought back from
I don't know what happened there. It's just Phillip got tackled and we just lost the ball. We experimenting out here. I'm trying to see. Yeah, can we get a booth review on that? Yeah, because that didn't feel like a fumble. I was just going along with it, but it didn't feel like a fumble.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. You know what? I know it's 4th down, and they've got a big lead, but go for it.
Yeah, and why not, right?
He said go for it.
Lead, but don't you have to have a little bit of admiration for these guys on the defensive side? Yeah. They've been shoved around this.
I'm going to keep putting up points, man. He said go for it.
Goal line stand here. It would be fun to see him stop him on 4th down, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's like putting whipped cream on broccoli at this point.
So what you're saying is they're going to go for it on 4th down. They're going to get it, aren't they?
I would. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation.
Give me that. I'm not playing. What don't you get?
Back to the 32-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
I need to know who did that so I can know who out here putting in these big hits.
Without a doubt. Plus, yeah,
because I queued from the top. Who was it? Is it Rhodes? Clinton Dix. Pow! He put the hit on him.
Worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Gurley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game.
Trying to get Phillip to get his chance at a touchdown again.
On that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught.
And that's going to be a touchdown.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the fumble recovering leads to 6 points. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will extend this big lead.
Josh Lambeau set to kick off.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled.
Nice pressure, rookie.
Turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight
Ooh,
end.
first time they mashed me. Okay, first time I got a stiff arm put on me.
Across the 45.
Thought I had him.
23 yards the pickup there.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Ooh, almost had another one.
Field, but it's incomplete. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis, but now it's third down.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
From the gun, it's From. And he's got
Dang, I should have got over there quicker.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Cool.
So on
Still
the
wanted to get over there quicker, though.
Now it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now this one to his tight
Give me
end
that.
on the right side. Now the ball comes
Not playing with you.
and this is picked up by the defense.
Oh, stiff arm me.
With me in this booth, I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Who put the hit on him?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but
Patrick Peterson. Wow. Them veterans, man, their awareness be up there. They get to you as soon as you get the ball.
Taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this.
Oh, I accidentally called a timeout.
They'll try and choose some clock with Gurley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, doesn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He will run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And how he got away from that first tackler, no idea, but he did, and it winds up with positive yardage. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. And finding Keelan Cole. And
Touchdown, baby, let's do this.
The end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They just
This is ugly.
continue to roll. And Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much
Phillip
fun.
Rivers ain't no joke,
I think
man.
they'd love to be able to capture this game.
How many years he was banging down gunslinger touchdowns in the NFL? This man ain't no joke.
Lambo to add on the
So I
extra
just sat
point.
down. I was like, I'm not getting into it.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
80. Bills 14. Josh Lambo is set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's...
And he fumbled it.
Give me that. I want that one too, nigga.
Hands on it, going the other way. And that
Let's
makes
go.
it submitted. A return for a late touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for
Malcolm
anyone who
Jenkins
plays
with the big
offense,
hit.
But isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like
Mess around and score 100 on this dude.
Get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
The kick is good.
And he puts it through. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for
defense is not playing.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard.
Oh, I tried to hit him. I was just too far out.
Everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Fromm to throw. Now Davis.
Give me that too.
It's going the other way. And they take over. They'll
took his head off
at the 46-yard line.
A fumble on the play.
And I don't know that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because
who put that hit on him? Ha Clinton Dix again. I don't know, man. He riding for that position.
That's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
The throw taken in by Cole. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
The ball carrier.
The tackle is made by Micah Hyde. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. And they are going to
score before we get out of here.
Another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone.
That's right. It's a message to the league. We're not playing.
And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Lambo on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Beat them by 80 points. Damn. I was just mashing them. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're a good team. It's not like they're trash or nothing like that. You just got to understand that when you got a well put together, oiled team at every position, like I go through every single position to make sure that every person is up to a certain level to be able to be playing. It's hard to stop, man, especially when they got their backups in.
This is just an exercise in futility.
But we took them out in the first quarter, though.
I wouldn't.
We'll take that.
Double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
Oh, he's about to score on him again. Good win. Good win. Great win.
Put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do it.
I never seen a picture of an offensive lineman like that in the wrap-up. That's pretty cool. We had 343 passing yards, 247 rushing yards, 11 takeaways. That's why the score was 11 takeaways.
You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
See, the thing of it is, you make it hard on them. The pass rush, just as a tutorial, if you make your pass rush very strong, like I know there should be a lot of people. Miles Jack's getting upgraded and Josh Allen. Pass coverage. He's an X Factor. He's a 90 now. And then Josh Allen. Speed rusher. He's not a power rusher. He's a speed rusher. He's superstar.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your
Advance to
team.
next week.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
Trade offers for D Ford review offer. 5th round pick, 4th round picks. Nope. Not what I want. See what they said in the news about if they said anything. The reality of Lane Johnson is that preseason injury may be the impact him all year. What? Lane Johnson got hurt right after I traded for him? Really? Let me see. Damn. Lane is out 7 weeks. It's cool. We got somebody to take his spot, but still. I just picked him up and he's already hurt. I'm going to be stopping the stream, so let me see if there's anything left. I mean, I could just trade my center and get Kareem Hunt, but I feel like Phillip. I just remember I don't need him because I got Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley is tremendously good behind my running back. So, no cap penalties. Okay, let's see what marketing has to say. Okay, so me, Patrick Peterson, Todd Gurley's up there. And wait, is Phillip Rivers up there too? Oh, Phillip Rivers is up there. Wow. Didn't know that. Okay, so that's cool. Let's see what looks like on finances. Ticket prices are okay. We made merchandise money, but we lost it on team revenue because we spent it. So we made money, but we lost money. Okay. This is the part where I'm going to be stopping the stream. 9 times out of 10, this is probably going to be my final stream for today. It's been fun. I really liked being able to talk directly to you guys on YouTube, play the game, let it just be up tonight. I'm going to put the video on the website tonight. So if you didn't watch it here and you want to go to the website to watch it, you can go there. Also, for anybody wondering, we are the creators of the website. Yes, we created it through GoDaddy, but we are the creators of the website. The AdSense, if you can help us out by just clicking on an ad every now and again, even if you don't buy anything, just clicking on an ad helps, or just watching a video and pressing a like would really help. But on the website, just to make you aware, when you type in www.sr51media.com, there's a little lock that will appear next to it at the top right-hand corner. That assures you that we have all certificates and all security that the big boys have. All the regular websites, when you go to Google and you go to other places, and massive media websites that have real security for your information, that's what the lock is. If you want to, you can look it up for yourself to see and verify what I'm saying. But just to let you know, all ads are put in through us. They're not random ads. They're Google certified, so don't feel anything wrong about clicking on them. Give a nice look through to the website. I'm going to be changing some things around now that the podcast is available on YouTube. I may take that podcast, because there were podcasts. If you didn't know, the Aries Alert Show is the podcast show that we do for news and things like that. Some days I'll do the Aries Alert Show. But I kind of like this talking before the game thing, so we'll just take it as it goes. But the earlier podcasts were held on SoundCloud a year or so ago, up till recently, and we're moving that over to here now. So I don't think I'm going to be doing SoundClouds like that anymore, but it's not a full guarantee that I won't, because I may not be at home to do a YouTube, or it may be too late to do it. So who knows? But as it stands right now, the podcast and the shows and everything like that is on YouTube. They're not going to be anywhere else except for the website. I want to thank everybody for watching, everybody for liking the video, watching it when it's over, retweeting it, liking stuff on Twitter. Any of that you do to support the 51 Dynasties and SR51 Media is greatly appreciated. It's always appreciated, and thank you. Have a good rest of your night, and come back often. Peace.